Oh, everything. The only scene they had of Agent Cooper in that episode was him going out into the yard to play catch with his son. And he just throws it right at his head. And that's it. And that's all there is of him in that. I wouldn't be surprised if this series ends without Agent Cooper meeting Bad Cooper at all.
I won't be surprised if it ended with oh, this is the point where I realised maybe I should turn into Black Gatomon. The thing is quite realistic.
Ooh.
And I have... Well, yeah, I know everything about the Digimon.
You could have just become Devimon.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about Devimon.
I suppose.
Anyway, and it would be weird having someone called Krista. A Devimon called Krista. Anyway, so, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, it should end with just like one of those really awkward pause moments. So just like, are you really going to press the button and detonate the nuclear bomb that's underneath Twin Peaks?
Give this all you've got.
And it just ends with click.
You know, Albert, sometimes I worry about you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly, because so much of a series is kind of screwing with what you want to see and what you actually get to see. Like, I think seeing Lucy and Andy's son was like something that was fulfilling something you wanted to see. And seeing Benjamin Horne be a good guy and Bobby be a good guy is good. But then other characters are still stuck in their negative behaviour. And other people, like, you want Agent Cooper to spring back into action and start kicking some ass. But he's so dazed and not...
Are you ready?
Like, he's still, like, really intuitive and charming in a way, but he's just got no drive to him. And I wonder if, in the old series, there was this line where he goes, Coop, you're the smartest detective I've ever known, or lawman I've ever known, but sometimes you think too much. And now he doesn't think so much, and I think maybe to some degree he's happier.
Here we go.
You know, he's got a wife, he's got a son who care about him, but he's getting on with life.
It kind of reminds me of when Darren was watching Walking Dead, and there was this whole season where Rick Grimes didn't do anything; he just became a farmer.
Yeah.
And he used to be like this badass cop sort of character, but for the longest time he was just taking care of pigs. He wasn't getting involved with like potential enemy settlements coming and killing everyone, and he was just being a farmer. And all of a sudden, he got his gun out and he was like, "Okay, I'm going in," or something like that.
Reluctant hero.
Yeah, and then Darren just said, "Oh yeah, he's got his gun out. Oh, I'm whacking off big time." Yeah, that's essentially what happened. It reminds me of that just because, you know, he sort of got soft. And he's thinking, yeah, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. He should be a bad ass.
The only cool thing that Cooper's done so far is this one guy was hired to kill him, and when he comes up to him, he immediately springs into action, pushes his wife out of the way, grabs the gun, and starts karate chopping the guy in the throat. And then this spirit from the other world springs up out of the ground and goes, "Squeeze his hand off! Squeeze his hand off!" And he does. And his entire, like, a big chunk of his palm gets stuck to the gun. I think it's because he shot it and maybe burned his hand or something.
Okay.
And everyone's like, "Oh, man, he was so cool. He moved like a cobra. All I saw was a blur."
That reminds me of this really cool scene in... Have you seen Of Mice and Men?
I've seen bits of it, but not the whole thing.
I watched it, and there was this really awesome bit where Lenny... George was saying, "Come on, fight back, Lenny! Fight back! And he was like... You know, he was trying to hold back, and then all of a sudden he just went nuts, and he grabbed this dude's hand, and he was just squeezing, and it was just crushing his hand, and blood was pouring out and everything. And he was like... And he goes like... "Lenny, that's enough, Lenny. I know I told you to kill that, to fight back, but holy fuck, man!"
Yeah, it's either 0 or 100 with you.
That was
My
awesome.
God.
And you just say because it was John Malkovich playing Lenny.
Yeah.
And it's just cool seeing him going. And I was like, "Oh my God, John Malkovich! He's so cool."
Hey,
And yeah, the guy he basically had no hand
Yeah.
for the rest of the film. He just had it in a sling all the time. It was like, what's the point of having it in a sling?
How did he feel about this? Did he want revenge?
I think he was scared of Lenny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Lenny was kind of stupid.
Yeah, he was just didn't know.
Yeah, he was a dimwit.
Didn't he accidentally kill a woman?
Yeah, that's when they thought, okay, maybe we should kill him.
Did you know Ben did that once? With a chicken.
Accidentally kill a chicken.
Yeah. He's just he lived on a chicken farm. Well, I think his parents owned one or his grandparents did. But he was hugging a chicken and he hugged it a bit too hard.
Why are you telling me this?
It's a funny anecdote.
That's not funny! Poor chicken!
Well, yeah, poor chicken. I'm not 100% sure whether or not...
How does he feel about it? Does he laugh about it?
I'm not sure, actually, now that
I
I
don't
think
think
about
you
it.
should disclose this information.
Alright, fine.
Well, it's too late now.
Alright.
It's canon.
Well, you could bleep it.
No, I'm not bleeping it.
I'll ask... I'll have to... Next time I see Ben, I'll have to ask him if he's sensitive about that.
Yeah.
But he did tell us, and I think he's sure...
Well, you're his friend.
I'm pretty sure he told us, and we were having a bit of a laugh about it. I mean...
That's fucked up.
Well, it's just... It's not... Obviously, it's bad from our perspective, but as... It's just kind of funny because he didn't know what he was doing.
Okay.
Okay, it's dark. I'm not going to deny that, but still.
I've done some pretty dark stuff and I didn't know what I was doing.
Like what?
Sucked a dick.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, that time when I was keying cars. I didn't know it was illegal. Well, I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that when you're telling me it.
Well, the thing was, that was it. I didn't know it was illegal. I knew I was keying cars, and I was like, "Hey, this is pretty fun." and I was making all the friends around me laugh, and I was like, and then just one day after like I don't know, like a week or two of doing it, I used to do it like every day after school. I just did it, and then I was like, "Hey guys, I've just thought I'm damaging cars. Is this illegal?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "What?"
Well,
that's fucking illegal.
They didn't stop you though.
No, they didn't stop me. They didn't tell me anything.
It's like, and then you get home and it's like...
So I'm innocent.
You get home, like, with car keys in your hand, and we're looking, it's like, Daniel, you're the car key strangler?
Yeah, I was. I still got the key that did it.
The only dark thing I can remember doing, which I'm glad I got caught doing, otherwise I could have grown up to be a very dark person, was you were little, and remember when Granny Jane had her old house, and she had that little garden in the driveway?
Oh, yeah.
I kept telling you to walk over it, and then tattling on you. Like, I go, go on, Daniel, go on, walk over the garden. And I go, Mum, he's walking over the garden again, he's doing it again. And then one time, Granny Jane saw me telling you to do it, and she caught me, and I'm glad she did, because I could have been one of those weirdos that, like, gets gratification from, like, interacting with authority figures or something. Like, you ever seen that, I can't remember if it was Waking the Dead or something, but there's a woman who would used to make herself sick so that she could get attended to by like doctors and stuff, and then when she got older and she had kids, she'd get her kids sick to do it, so she could do it by proxy.
Oh yeah, I think I was Waking the Dead.
Yeah,
that was fucked up.
That was pretty fucked up.
That's one of those programs. I know. There's a couple of times when Mum's done this.
Yeah,
like she'd like audibly like comment on.
Something. Don't be a fucking idiot or something.
No. She was watching it and she was like, "Oh God, she makes me sick," and I was like, yeah, but you do know it's a program. The only other time where I thought, okay, maybe, Mum, you can say this, but you don't audibly say, "Oh, she makes me sick. I wish she never existed." She doesn't exist, right? But there was this other time where this actual guy, I don't know if he killed women or something, or I don't know. He did something bad, and this was like, I think it was footage from like the 80s or the early 90s, but it was like showing in the noughties. Just to say, oh, this is an example of real human pieces of filth.
Yeah.
And like this guy, he was getting taken away by the police. He looked outside the window, right, with like just sort of normal, mugshot face.
Yeah.
And he just went, he just smiled. And my mum just said, "Oh, what a bastard! What a horrible bastard!" I mean, I don't know the full details of what he did, obviously. So maybe she
overreacted.
No. Maybe she was all right to react that kind of way, because maybe in that period of time it affected her emotionally. Whatever he did.
Well, I kind of agree with you, but not so much, because the whole point of like art and media and stuff like to a degree, is that it emotionally affects you. So
Take this.
I guess, I mean, I
What
don't
do you mean
like
agree? I didn't really... What do you mean? What do you think I said about that?
that it's a bit weird that she says it.
No, I'm saying that's not...
fictional stuff.
Fictional stuff, yeah, but
Yeah,
not...
and what I'm saying is, but at the same time, fictional stuff is designed to affect you emotionally. So I don't know if you can just say,
Yeah, well, okay, no, I do agree with that to some extent. Like when we watch Attack on Titan, when people we,
Like-
have grown to care about, suddenly just up and die, you're like, oh,
Shinzo
shit.
Sasageyo.
Yeah, and and we watch like scenes that are really cool and epic. Like, I squee a little bit.
Yeah. So
I squee.
Hey,
I go, ee!
there's two things that bothers me though. Like sometimes when I watch like an American audience watching a film and they talk as if they're actually talking to the character is a bit weird. Like, go on, get in. What are you doing? Get back up,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
that's like cringe. It's
Yeah.
cringy.
And another thing is when people are like watching football or singers, they're like, oh, go on, my son, go on, yeah, get in there, yeah, do it, boy.
Nice going.
But when they're
seems
watching
weird to me.
sports, that's fine because you're,
Getting into it.
yeah. But the only case I don't like is the case of Mom, and that's when it's somebody who's a bad character,
Ready?
done something terrible, they're acting mental. It's not based off a true story.
A true story.
A true story. It's not based off a true story. It's just,
What if we were like watching Rugrats 2 and there's a woman and Angelica's like manipulating circumstances to help the woman and it's like, oh, Angelica makes me sick.
you fucking bitch of a whore. Fucking hate you, Angelica. Oh, God. This is based on a real story? What a total fucking bitch that real Angelica must have been.
The thing is, Angelica is like based on real like evil little girls, isn't she?
What they personally knew.
Well, yeah.
Stu's based off an actual guy who went mental over chocolate pudding. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what made Rugrats really good. Is like all the kids were really believable in like their psychology and stuff. Like Angelica, there are like little kids, not just like little girls, but other kids who just will use because they're a little smarter than the younger kids. They will sort of exert power over them. Yeah. Like in the first movie where she's getting Tommy all insecure that he's gonna be forgotten because he's not the youngest anymore. And she's kind of right, wasn't she? A little.
Up.
I guess. I was watching Only Plays the other day, and
Training.
he was reminiscing about the Rugrats episodes where sort of the adults would act crazy.
Yeah.
And the adults would be like the funny part of the episode.
Like when Chucky's dad got rich.
Yeah, I guess. And I don't know. What do you think makes the Rugrats
Good, that's it.
funny? I think it's the Rugrats themselves or the adults.
I think both. I don't think you can have one without the other because the Rugrats are in their own little world.
Training.
Sort of
Now, but if you had to choose, which one do you think are funnier?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it would have to be the kids because, again, I don't think...
I think they're all consistently funny.
Yeah.
Whereas there's a couple of adult characters like Dee Dee. She's not really funny.
Dee Dee.
Deeds.
Oh, yeah, Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you need both the perspectives because the whole joke of the Rugrats is that they're babies and they're misinterpreting the nuances of the adult world.
Yeah.
And what I do, but it also complements that in a way because you've got the babies like their own little innocent sort of trying to figure things out, learning stuff, their perspective. But then you have little background details like that one guy who was trying to hit on his colleague, or the other guy is complaining about his job, or Grandpa's like he's got his dirty, naughty Space Vixens tape.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, so I think you need them both. They complement each other.
I like when Drew and Stu
Get in their brotherly arguments.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Your daughter's been lost because of your brother. What? Share your pain.
It's funny because whenever I like think back on whether or not Drew is a funny character, the funny thing, the first thing I think of is his Angelica voice, where he's like, "Hey, sweetheart."
Yeah.
That's not that funny. But then I remember, oh, he does have a shouting voice as well when he starts getting angry at Stu. I was like, oh yeah, he is a funny character.
Well, I think that's funny as well. Like, there's a funny episode where they've got like someone at tea, like they've invited their boss to dinner or something, and it's like, "Daddy, pay attention to me." It's like, "Not now, honey. Daddy's networking."
Yeah, it's good in some cases. But I like it when it's suddenly like transactions to the aggressive, where it's just like, "Oh, Angelica, what are you doing?" And Angelica, you ruined everything. We're networking. I'll have to do it all over again.
Angelica's mum is funny because she's just always on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, "No, Jonathan, I swear I will murder all of them."
Let's get started.
Of course, Chaz.
Okay now.
At one point, Deed says that.
Good night. Sleep.
Oh, you know who else is a good character?
Yeah.
Not all the time, but she's got her lines. That's what's her name?
That's wrong.
Stephanie?
I can't remember her name.
Oh, Lesbo.
She's not a lesbian.
Lesbo mom.
She's not a lesbian, is she?
No, she's not a lesbian, but she acts like a lesbian.
Well, you mean she's really tough and, yeah, assertive, and she's got like kind of a meek husband.
What's the other? Yeah, what's his name? Hubert?
I don't remember their names at all for some reason.
Because they're not that. They don't occur. Hey!
Well, I don't remember the name of Angelica's mother either. I know Stu and...
Oh shit!
Wait, what was his name? There's Stu and Dee Dee, and then... God, what is his name? What is Stu's brother called? Is it Lou?
Stu's brother.
Yeah, what's Stu's brother called?
Drew.
Drew, yeah, because I remember they rhymed. And what's Angelica's mother called? Is it Diane?
No. No, it's not Diane. It's... Oh well, doesn't matter. She don't matter. So yeah, first Digivolution to Champions. We got Black Gatomon and we got Teruri. We haven't spoken about this episode at all. About
for a
this
while.
game.
Well, all we've been doing is training.
Yeah, training.
And a lot of Digimon stuff we've sort of recently, like we started watching Digimon Data Squad lately. And we've talked about that in the third episode, so there's not a lot of Digimon stuff to say.
Well, we might as well explain this tree that we're going through now. This is the tree I go through after getting the extra Tamer point ones. I first of all, I get defense, then Tamer points.
Second defense?
No, I ain't got that yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could get that, but...
We're saving up for the extra Tamer points thing now, aren't we? And,
Yeah.
and the thing that gives them a boost.
Yeah. It won't take long. It didn't take long for me.
I don't know if we talked about Digimon Adventure Try, like in the first episode, or if that's the second one, but what did you think to Adventure Try, the first chapter, which has come out dubbed?
Oh yeah, Try. It was good. There was a few things I didn't expect. Like I didn't expect Alphamon.
Yeah.
And I saw Hackmon. But I don't know. I don't know what it's headed for.
Yeah, there's a lot of mystery up in the air right now, isn't there?
Yeah, like I don't know what Hackmon's doing there. I don't know what
Meikumon Steel is
doing there. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of this chapter was reintroducing the characters, and sort of setting up the mystery for what's to come. I think the main character focus of it is that Tai is having a crisis of confidence because he's worried that their Digimon coming to the real world could hurt people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if someone actually did get hurt when that Kuwagumon attacked. Because, in the past, he's been quite... Like, before he had a crisis of confidence because he could have got hurt. Like, he nearly dies in the pyramid, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he loses it. And he also doesn't train Agumon right, and he becomes a giant skeleton, and he loses his confidence then. But he gets it back because everyone has trust in him, and he knows that he'll always do the right thing. He'll do right by people.
Yeah.
But now his crisis of confidence is like more... Because he's older, and he sort of understands more stuff. Well, he knows more stuff, but it makes life more complicated. He can't sort of see things as black and white anymore, so that he's petrified that maybe he's making the wrong choices. And Matt's like, no, you can't think like that. You've got to push on. even if you're not sure, you just have to do what you think is right in the moment. Which is good.
Yes. Does anybody else have a problem like that on the team, or is everybody still, sort of?
What do you mean?
Level-headed?
Like a new problem?
Yeah, well,
I mean, Matt's pretty much the same. Like, Matt doesn't change very much, does he? He's pretty straightforward. I think Joe's having a bit of a problem. Like, I guess he's swamped with his tests and stuff, so he's not showing up as much.
Yeah, well, he's always been like that.
Yeah.
What about Sora? Seems to be.
Oh, she's back to choosing between Matt and Ty again.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I didn't ship very much as a kid, which is, well, like people like, oh, will they, won't they type thing, like in Friends with Rachel and Ross and all that.
Yeah.
But what I really did appreciate was how Sora, like when Sora's
sleeping around.
Like it's obvious from the movie, like from the series, there's a bit of something between Ty and Sora. Then in the movie, there's clearly like something going on because she gets so pissy with him because he gets her a bit of a thoughtless gift, and he's like really awkward and doesn't know how to interact with her.
Yeah. And
so it's clear that there's something going on there. But then in series 2, she ends up with Matt. And what I really liked about that is how maturely Ty handled it. Like, she's like, nah, I think I'm going to go see Matt and stuff. And he's like, all right, I support your decision. Like, he's clearly sort of like kind of hurt by it because he did like her. But he's also like really accepting of it. Like, And I liked that. But now it's gone back to how it was before, where she's sort of torn between them.